how to change the timing set on a Mazda Speed 3 in under 48 hours. All right, guys, so we've got the Mazda Speed 3 set up. We're going to attack the timing set tomorrow. This engine bridge is just kind of mocked up. Basically, we've got to remove the top motor mount and a whole bunch of other stuff. We've already got the front wheel off. It's 11:30 here, so we're going to be working on this tomorrow. It's mostly going to be Jonathan and his diesel mechanic buddy who's going to be doing a lot of the work, so we're doing a bunch of the pre-work. Over here we've got the high pressure fuel pump that's off. Hopefully everything's good. And let's see here. Basically this whole kerfuffle over here, we've got the air box removed, we've got the battery removed. What else we got removed here, Jonathan?
Got the high pressure fuel pump removed. Got the whole ECU disconnected.
Everything's disconnected.
Everything.
And let's see, what else have we got? Fuel lines are disconnected. We'll pull the engine bridge off tomorrow, get the top done. And Jonathan, you want to show them the parts we're putting on this thing? So who'd you get this from?
This is from Cork Sport Performance. Big in the Mazda community.
Cork Sports?
Cork Sport.
Cool.
So this is a camshaft retainer. Goes in, it's going to go in that way, like if the engine's towards you.
Yeah.
This will hold your exhaust cam, and this holds your intake BVT cam.
Oh, nice. And this is made out of machined aluminum or steel. I'm not sure.
Don't buy Dorman.
But the Dorman is like a plastic part, so
don't buy Dorman ever.
He picked up hopefully a better part.
This is all the gaskets.
Yep, new valve cover gasket.
These are all Mazda OE, by the way. The new crankshaft bolt.
New crankshaft bolt. That's pretty cool.
These are crankshaft retainers.
Crankshaft retainers.
This is the new tensioner, I think.
Yeah.
Tension
new part.
This should be the new actuator.
Yeah, that's the VVT actuator. This is a cool part. We opened this up earlier today.
This is the chain.
We actually didn't get it too far, just took it out of this outer packaging. But look at how shiny. Nice.
That runs off oil pressure. This is all the
miscellaneous washers and
gaskets.
That's the front seal.
Yep.
That's
washers, gaskets, crush washers.
Is that the new?
Yeah, that's for the HPFP.
Okay, that's for the fuel pump. That's the gasket we took off.
Yep.
And
we got guides.
Those are the new guides.
Yep, and chains.
And here's the new timing chain.
So I guarantee you when we get this off tomorrow, that chain's gonna have all sorts of slap in it.
Yeah, we can hear the chain slapping pretty hard.
Big reason why we're doing this. This is a big turbo Speed 3. It's got a Cork Sport CST4 51 millimeter turbo. It needs this because it's not getting cam advance from my tuner. Allen Jackson Edge Auto Sport.
And how many miles are on the car?
Just turned over 131,000.
131,000.
So it's right at time for these to go out. They usually go out around 130K. That's normal on the ISI Mazda engines, EcoBoosts, all the way from the 1.3 up to the 3.5.
Sweet. So we are not going to make a video showing you every single step. We'll give you periodic updates of how this is going. I said 48 hours because the book says 9 hours, and everything we do takes 5 times as long, basically. So that's what we're doing. Jonathan's buddy's coming over in the morning. He's got about 4 hours he can put into it for us. So they're going to hit that pretty hard, little buddy project. I'll come over and check on them, make sure everything's safe. So stay tuned. If you guys are into the Mazda Speed 3 stuff, we've got a lot more content. I'm not exactly sure what to call this car. Yeah, we quite literally pulled it out from under a tree. So
2 months ago?
Yeah, a couple months ago. And so Jonathan had an accident with his Chevy Tahoe and needed a car urgently. And so he literally traded his Royal Enfield car for this car. It's kind of a little bit of a risk. We're going to try to use these to strap down the Royal Enfield, because it is going to turn, hopefully, into a Mazda Speed 3. So let's see if we can get these all. Hey guys, we're on another epic adventure with Silva the Silverado. You won't believe this one. My son just traded his Royal Enfield Continental GT 535 for a Mazda Speed 3. What do you think, Jonathan?
Oh yeah. And not just a Mazda Speed 3. It's a big turbo Mazda Speed.
Big turbo Mazda Speed 3. She needs a little work, but this is going to make Jonathan a great car. We think it's got good bones. It's been sitting for a little while. Confirmed the engine cranks and starts. And got a little work to do, but overall, I think he did a really good job. Check this out. Nice little interior. Needs some paint work, so we'll try to get that in the channel too. We got a little work to do on it, but overall the bones are all here. And my other son Jacob, he's had a couple Focus STs that have been on the channel before a little bit, but this is our first car haul with Silva, and she's doing great. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more of Silva. And guys, I'm super excited about this. More of the Mazda Speed 3. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good project. Kind of a little bit of a risk. But basically the story behind the car was the young man who purchased this or had this car basically needed to replace the belt tensioner. And basically got like super frustrated at it because he managed to break off the bolt in the block for the belt tensioner. And so he basically just shut the hood, pushed it off to the side of his driveway, and gave up on it. Is it still over here?
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah, so this is the bolt that he broke off in the block. And so we got it home. Basically, I'll drop the video in where we actually picked the car up. We put the giant intercooler back on it, and like wedged a battery off the Dodge Ram. Yeah, that's the big intercooler. Wedged a battery off the Dodge Ram into the battery box, and the crazy thing started after not running for like a whole year. Started right up, no problem, and backed it off the trailer. Videoing it. Take that. Straight back, buddy. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop. You're gold. That top end right there, Jonathan, we'll have it running by the end. But of course we didn't have any drive accessories going, and so we were like, well, this is going to be a problem. So we drove it over here, got a new battery, drove it over here, and I think I got some footage I'll try to cut in of us, of Jonathan and his friend taking this bolt out. But basically, and we kind of hate to admit this because we kind of feel bad. I'm going to show you. We kind of feel bad because the belt tensioner bolt that broke was in an ear on the block. So we just backed it out all the way through. And didn't have to use an extractor, didn't have to use a drill or anything.
Got the bolts with it, the new bolts.
He even had the new bolts. So Jonathan and his friend, within a couple hours, had the whole thing literally driving. So Mazda Speed 3 is doing awesome. Jonathan's in the tuning process right now, and so we're having some issues with the timing. The timing sounds terrible. Anyway, all this is loud and rackety, so we're pretty confident that the timing set needs to be replaced. But overall, it's a pretty sharp little car. for the mileage and kind of the abuse that it's had. It's got all kinds of woo on it. But basically, we are going to slowly restore this car because this is actually Jonathan's daily driver now. So he's been driving this. You put like 4,000 miles on it, right? 3,000, 6,000 miles on it. And so it's a daily driver. It's winter time here, so we've not really had a good day to clean the car up very much at all. And the pretty-ish days that we've had, we've spent riding motorcycles, but the car is beautiful. It'll clean up really nice in the spring. And so, Jonathan, you got any advice for people looking to buy a Mazda Speed 3?
Yes, there's a ton. So, whenever you buy them, 9 times out of 10 they're already modded, like this one was. If it's anywhere around 120, 130,000 miles, go ahead. Expect to either spend $700 to $800 from the Cork Sport stuff that I bought, or spend about $2,000, get it done by a professional mechanic with the BVT. It usually goes out around that time. Watch for high pressure fuel pumps not being replaced. They need high pressure fuel pumps if you're going to tune it. And people watch on the turbos. The turbos are Borg Warner KO4s. Great turbo from factory, but they will blow out around 130,000 miles if tuned hard. So those are just a couple things to watch out for.
Nice.
Just watch out for interior stuff too. Just the little things. It's early 2010s Ford parts. So.
Yeah, not the best interior components for sure.
And
but
valve cover gaskets too.
Yeah, we're going to take care of that too. This one's leaking like crazy.
It's seeping into the what are those called? Spark plug.
Spark plugs. Yep.
And it's causing it to misfire. So.
Yeah, a lot of Fords did that. We did put new tires on it. So we got. What did we go with? Toyo. Yeah, something like that. So these are Toyos. They've been running pretty good.
Yeah, they're great.
Toyo Extensa HP. Pretty good tire. It's a pretty decent tire tread. It's raining like crazy here, so that's why the tires are real dirty.
Tell me about what we found back here.
What did we find back here?
The suspension.
Oh yeah. So whenever we got the car running, it had an awful sound from the back, and so we had the car serviced, just like a safety check. Just come behind us and just safety check it. And so needed rear brakes, needed tires. Of course, it needed tires. And while they were in there, just as like, what's all this racket going on in the back? And turns out that it was the sway bar end links. Pretty simple fix. But if your Speed 3 is making a lot of racket from the back, or regular Mazda 3 or Focus even, it may be those sway bar end links. And so we'll get a video up this weekend of the car running, and we'll try to get some driving footage and that sort of thing. So if you guys like the Mazda Speed project, let us know. So I'm thinking about calling it Tree Sap. I don't know if he's into it or not.
It's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, so because we pulled the car out from underneath a pine tree, it had so many pine needles on it.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's clogged, and the roof is all.
The roof is still eat up with pine tar, so we've got to get the mechanicals in good shape. And then the next thing we're going to do is worry about the body, because this car technically has a salvage title, or a rebuilt title, I should say. So there's some things we got to deal with. The car was hit in the back right here, and so all this is like gunked up. So when we get ready to do body work on it, we'll probably end up just replacing the hatch if we can find a good one. And basically it needs a whole paint job. We'll do right here on Germ's garage. So we'll get all that done. We've still got Jonathan's other project car, which is the 75 Ranchero right here. And sitting right out there is a rail buggy. That's not ours, but there is a 57. You can kind of see Silva snuck back there in the back. There's a 57 Chevy Bel Air complete that we're going to work on too, hopefully this year, and get going. I'd love to take it to the fall rod run, so let's see what we can do. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This is episode starring Jonathan. Look for him more on the channel coming up. So we're going to do some Speed 3 content. Thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all have a great day.